Welcome to hole number 1 of the Acacia Reserve Tournament. Now, playing here with these new hole locations, I'm still setting up on the right-hand side. I've got a navigator and an extra mile level 6. Playing this with 3 bars of top spin, 1 bar of right spin. I got that red ring just touching the rough, and we're going to play this one at 10% max adjustment. Guys, having played through all the new hole locations, everything, I think it's going to be playing very, very similar to what you're already familiar with. I mean, honestly, I think a couple of the holes are a little bit easier. A couple of them are a little bit tougher. But all in all, it's going to be a very similar experience to a course I think many of us have enjoyed in the past. So the drive comes in very nicely here. You can push it a little bit harder, a little bit less, whatever works for you. I'm okay with having the long iron here, but just to the edge, and you can definitely play this with a short iron as well. Very close to mint distance here. You could play a short iron like a Hornet with some topspin here, but I decided to just play it at min distance. I'm going to give this one 3 bars of backspin, and I'm adjusting this at 10% min. I understand, depending on your drive, you're going to have different outcomes here, but this is one that can definitely work for you. I like the Goliath a lot in Rookie. I think it's really important that you can pull less rings, especially if that's a skill that you're just developing. It's something that can really save you from those big ring pulls that can be a little bit messy sometimes. So clean ball setup here, perfect away. That's what you need to do. Let's see if we can't start this tournament off with a boom. I wish you guys the best of luck here in the Acacia Reserve Tournament, and I'll see you in the rest of the video. Hole number 2, this is a long par 5. You could play this drive with a quarterback or a rock if you've got one in a good level. But the extra mile here with 2 bars of top spin, 2 bars of right spin, about 2.5 top spin actually, but 2 bars should be safe in almost all situations. I'm actually just going to give this one a clean 10% max adjustment, and then we're going to use 3/4 of a ball of right curl, which with this club is basically max right curl. So, I mean, this one, I wouldn't count this hole as like, oh my gosh, I have to get an Albie here. I think, the odd person was going to get one, absolutely. But I'm counting this one as a 2 on my card. And I think you probably should too, unless you've got a really high level club bag, So here we go. Clean bounce gets us over that bunker, rolls it nicely down to the second fairway here. You see, we could probably play 3 topspin, but it really just depends on the wind. You're just going to have to tweak that when it comes tournament time. Second shot with the big dog. Now, I believe I play this here in the video with 10% max. However, you'll notice that I have 20% max indicated there as a recommendation. Just about 0.5 bars of topspin. Nothing much really changing here. Lining this one up towards the green. You can see how it slopes there from the left of the green to the right. So kind of trying to favor the left side a little bit. And I don't think 10% max is going to be enough here on this pull. It's going to get us safely to the green. We're going to get our eagle, but I think you should definitely start with 20% max as your baseline and then tweak from there. Don't forget, you can check erelicgaming.com. I've got notes based on this video that you can download to use in your tournament play. And I wish you the best of luck here, and I'm looking forward to the next one. Okay, so hole number 3, there's 2 main ways to play here. The first one here is this bounce shot. I'm using 3 back, 2 bars of right spin with the sniper and a katana. And you'll see I'm really just focusing on the tip of the ball guide. And with the slight tailwind, I'm leaving it slightly short of the cup, but not by much. There's like a nice downhill slope from the front of the green all the way down to the back of the green. So, once you get that ball there, it's going to run down pretty quickly. So you don't need to go too aggressively in here. Just like I said, 1-to-1, or if I didn't say it, I'm saying it now. 3.8 wind. You'll pull 3.8 rings. That's it. Clean, simple setup. Comes in nicely. Slow, dramatic roll down to the hole. Get in there. Come on now. I'll show you the rough bump next. All right, so katana and the sniper once again, but I find in a headwind here, this rough bump works out pretty darn good. 1.5 back, 1 bar of left spin, and as you can see, I've got that ball guide running quite quickly through the pin. You'll see it's, several squares through the hole. But I find that with the rough bump in the headwind, this actually works out to be, a pretty good speed for the ball. If you have the tip of the ball guide just to the tip of the pin, like you did with that bounce over shot, it's likely to come up short. It might not even reach the green, which is fine. You can get there, but we're looking to get the drops, right? So I try to keep that in mind every time we're setting up the shot. Hit that rough. See how it comes in. Nice speed here. Comes down beautifully to the hole. Just slightly over adjusted there, but something you can certainly work with in the tweaks. Hole number 4, this par 4, I mean, anyone who plays for a banner is going to get the drop on this hole. Navigator and an extra mile, 4.5 top, 1 bar of left spin, set up here on the right-hand side with the top left of the red ring. touching the rough. Don't set up too close to the rough there because you can actually kick this one down into the bunker. Or you can lose a lot of distance and kind of get a bad shot. So set it up on the top of the ridge there, top of the hill, 10% max adjustment. I give this like inner wall left curl, no major overpower to speak of. And even in this strong right to left wind, that curl is just about perfect. So see how it hits on the top there, bounces down, rolls beautifully past the shadows with a good bit of distance. This will put you in a nice spot for the thorn. Now this shot, the way they've changed this green, I'm telling you, it's a little bit interesting. I might be looking at the rough bump in live play here. But in this example, I'm going to play this with 2 bars of backspin. And we're going to try to go right at it. I mean, with the thorn, that's usually a pretty good try. I tried this hole in practice more than any other. And I found it to be very, very inconsistent. Now, of course, I'm getting a different wind every single time when I'm using the random practice prior to the tournament. So in the tournament wind and in the tournament practice, we're going to get this one tweaked oh so perfectly. Keep that in mind. So 10% mid is generally the spot you're going to start with. We may end up using a slider distance here to get a really precise adjustment. However, this one is a good place to start. It's definitely going to be the kind of hole a lot of people are going to get the drop. So I'm looking forward to it. This one comes in just about. Come on now. We'll get it on number 5. Hole number 5, this is easily one of the toughest holes in the tournament. I know, it looks so simple, so straightforward. I've got a navigator, and a Goliath here, and I'm setting up for a rough bump. Basically, you want to use max topspin here. I think I only have 8.5 top and 1 left. Just try to go the full max top here. I think this one comes in just a tiny bit short. However, you've got that headwind, so in a tailwind, you don't need to go quite as aggressively. In the note, I have 8.5 top, 1 left. 10% mid on the adjustment here, and this one should come in quite nicely. Look, I did many bounce over attempts here as well. It is such a big glitch roll that happens. You're either going to come up really short or you're going to get a nasty glitch roll. At least with this rough bump, you get a nice speed, comes in very well. I think you're going to have a good look here. Hole number 6, this par 5, I'm setting up with a Titan and an extra mile. We're looking to get it over on the right-hand side. You can see here in the headwind, and only with the Titan, if you've got the ball, bring a Kingmaker in headwind. It'll help you cut down that wind. I'm applying 2 top, 2 right, and I'm kind of eyeballing it here. I would just play like 10% max, push it to max, and then I'm going to go max over power. I use a slight little bit of right curl there, just like 2%, you know, just to kind of angle it in. There's the bunkers down the fairway here. You'll see we clear the first one, then we're going to roll towards another one. This is exactly where you want to land. If you've got a tailwind, take off a little bit of topspin and just get yourself down around the 350 yard mark. From here, we're going to play with our sniper, level 9, 0.8 bars of topspin, 2 bars of left spin. We're going to play a rough bump here. The adjustment on this shot is going to be 1 to 1. So you see how we're setting this one up, and it doesn't quite get there with the 2 left. So I move it over. How we find ourselves a beautiful little location. Just temper down the topspin oh so a little here. And there we go. And once again, that ball guide running very far through the hole. But into this headwind, I think you're going to approve of the results that we get on this shot. So don't be too stressed about it. I mean, if you have to play a little bit of backspin shot here just to get it safely to the green, I understand. But I really encourage you to try some of these rough bumps and just get comfortable, get familiar, believe in yourself. Yes, you can hit perfect. And as you can see here, it can give you some very nice results. Woo, baby, get in the hole. Okay, so hole number 7 carries on this Acacia difficult par 3 problem that we've been dealing with here. And you're just going to have to work with it. Got the Katana and the Goliath here, playing 2 back, 3 right, and just get this one lined up directly to the pin. I've been working with around 40% max elevation here, which has been getting me pretty darn close. But this hole is very sensitive, and it's going to be very particular to the tournament conditions. You're going to have to really accept the fact that if you want to get this drop, you'll have to spend some time with it once you've got the official tournament wins. This one here, this path, this spin set and elevation will definitely get you close, will definitely get you a clean birdie, but we're going to have to work on it just a little bit more to get it right where we want it. All right, so hole number 8, you don't have to use a Zerk here, but I strongly recommend it, especially if you've got headwind. I'm trying to show you kind of a more difficult situation. Of course, if you've got tailwind, this one becomes a little bit simpler. Set it up on the right-hand side, 4.5 top, 1 bar of left spin, and I have in the note OP as needed to reach the green. 10% max on the adjustment, max overpower here in the headwind, and just make sure you hit a great right or perfect, because a great left will probably put you in the bunker in front of the green. Ask me how I know. That one was a little close to the rough because, of course, the headwind was pushing quite strong, but we got just enough on it. This one comes in very, very nicely. I mean, whoo, baby. Come on now. This is a must drop on hole number 8. Hole number 9 here. In a strong tailwind, you could definitely play this Titan. However, I must get into range to use my sniper here so that I get a good chance at the rough bump for the Albatross. Now, so I change it to the Zerk here. We're going to go max top, so 4.5 top, 2 bars of right spin, and we're going to give this one a max overpower. Of course, with that little bit of headwind there, that's just the way it needs to be. And again, you know, you guys have to really understand, I can't play 10 different club levels. I don't have an EM3 account, an EM9, an APOC 6, you know. You just have to adapt the shots. The video isn't meant to be an absolute one-to-one of how to play the tournament conditions. It's sort of meant to be a preparation, a guideline, something that gives you an idea of what club, what ball, you know, is going to get you there. And you're going to always have to make those final tweaks on your own to get the absolute numbers. Second shot here. This is why I bring the Zerk. I want to make sure to have room with the sniper. Probably could have gotten away with the Titan there, but I was a little worried. Do the best you can do. 0.5 top, 0.5 right. And the baseline adjustment that I'm working with here is 1-to-1. So, you know, I think that's going to be a simple way to play this shot. You could definitely just go, you know, if you have a shorter drive, you know, 10 min, 10 mid, something like that. This one here, I love dropping this shot. I don't drop it here. Spoiler alert, but I'm looking forward to the Acacia Reserve Tournament. Thank you for watching the video. Thank you so much for clicking that thumbs up button, subscribing to the channel. Help me hit that 10,000 subscribers. We're getting very, very close. Good luck to you.